really good.
You are. No, I don't know if that's this.
I look great.
Okay.
Cool.
It's a lot. But bitch, I'm
Do it.
fat.
Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do
You
it.
have to know who the fuck I am. Put this in there.
Hey girl, welcome to episode 4 of The Poster Girl with our special guest. Yes, we have 2 this time. Kenice the Curator and Will Banks.
No friends, I don't fuck with the fake. Saying they love me, but one in my place. Step in the party, I'm looking the baddest. So the paparazzi in my face.
But the McLaren, I'm so fresh, I'm so clean. I'm my bitch, it's a lean. Me and Pips, sipping
First
lean.
question is going to be for the both of you. We're going to start with Kenice.
All right.
So tell us, who is Kenice the Curator?
So, Kenice the Curator is a creative director or brand manager. Basically, I help brands, businesses, models get high quality marketing materials for their brands with low to minimum stress. So I'm kind of the person that's behind the scenes to all your favorite music videos, all your favorite commercials, all your favorite photo shoots, all your favorite models. I'm kind of the one that curates it, brings it together, makes sure everybody gets paid and has a good time. That's me. Also, bringing just black folk together in a way that they like.
The mastermind.
Yeah, the mastermind, Kenny Jenner.
I love that. That's cool. All right, Will, tell us, who is Will Banks?
Oh, well, I am Will Banks, of course.
Okay.
But I would say, single-handedly the most creative human on this earth. I would like to call myself the example when it comes to being an artist. So, everything artistry when it comes to music, art, fashion, beauty, that's me. So, yeah.
Okay. So describe y'all's aesthetic. Kenice, what's your aesthetic?
So my aesthetic is honestly glamorous tomboy meets bad bitch from up north.
Tiana Taylor?
Yes, it's giving Tiana Taylor, but also I give a lot of credit to like Naomi Campbell.
Okay.
I give a lot of credit to people like even like Andre Tallon, even in the winter. Like I really like to give a nice fashion forward aesthetic, but still staying true to my black ass roots.
We love that.
You know what I'm saying? And I also like to be a character. You know what I'm saying? I really like to be art when I dress up. So my aesthetic, I always like to say, is I'm walking art. Like I'm gonna give a look that's gonna really express how I'm feeling. So today I'm feeling real orange. I'm feeling real black. It was Black History. It's always Black History. Like Black History Year.
Exactly.
I'm feeling a little corset, a little fuckboy free. So my aesthetic is very expressive, but still with some edge and some bad bitchery.
Like a walking mood board.
A walking mood board. That's it. That's it.
Will, tell us, what's your aesthetic?
I would like to say that my aesthetic is probably larger than life. You know what I'm saying? Not practical. I like to make a spectacle when I walk out. Even though I'm tall, I kind of just like to express myself with my looks. So I would say expressive. And that could be anything. Like I dress how I feel. Like so today I feel like a superstar. I feel like I don't want to be seen, so I put a mask on. I put big goggles on. You see what I'm saying? But you know, just very creative.
Very
Ultimately.
flexible.
Very flexible.
We love that. We love that. Now, Kenice, we know you're a mentor. What made you want to mentor young models or people entering the creative world just to like help them maneuver and get to doing what they're doing?
So specifically for models, a lot of times there's arenas where they don't feel safe, where they may be taken advantage of, or maybe photographers or people around them maybe having them doing things that are outside of what they want to do, having to pull their shirt down,
Right.
or maybe even not having them in a hairstyle that they like, or within an environment that they're comfortable with. So I started to mentor models to help them understand who they are as a model and how to be that when you're in these photo shoots and in these music videos. And so they're able to not only produce good art, but be comfortable. Too many models get creeps on them, or don't even know how to give their rates, don't even know how to negotiate, don't even know if they can, or they get burnt out like doing too many things. I really wanted to just kind of give models an option, because there's more than one way to skin a cat, right? But I wanted to teach them a way to go about their craft that gives them the results that they want. In a way that I've been able to do for myself, I've been able to really find a lot of joy from doing what I want every fucking day. So it's like, well, I want to help other women be able to have that same freedom and joy. So let me just teach them some of the stuff that I know. Honestly, that's really where it stems from.
I love that. So within the modeling world, what do you think is the biggest problem right now?
That's a great question, Shamaya.
Nah,
The
for real.
biggest question, I mean, the biggest issue within the modeling world right now is people not understanding why to pay models. People not understanding, even though this girl may come for 1 hour and shoot, you're literally going to get money off of this one girl coming here for an hour. All of the product that you have, or all the profit that you're not making it because of your face, because of the model's face. And people don't want to pay the models because they feel like, well, you're getting pictures too. Okay, well, if I come here and I model, let's just say your product is $10. And let's just say off my photo shoot, you get 50 people that buy your product. That is now $500 that you done made
Off of my face.
off of my face. And I didn't even get food on set. You didn't pay for gas money. So I think the biggest issue within the modeling realm is getting businesses to understand why it's so essential to pay models. These girls are getting their makeup done, getting their hair done, putting gas in their car
much that goes
for
into it.
your brand. Not for my brand. You tell myself, well, you get free pics, I can get free pics on my own. So that I think that's once businesses learn how to respect and pay models, then I think models will be more on time, come more willing to do what is needed. I think that's one of the more enthusiastic. So many girls are like discouraged from modeling because no one wants to pay them. So I think that's one of the biggest issues, just paying models and giving them what they're worth.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I would think that the biggest issue, you said in the modeling industry, correct? I would think it would be, one, the blurred lines between model and influencer.
Let's get into that.
Let's get into that.
Two,
Let's get into
the lack of skill in terms of modeling. Like there are actual things and skill sets that you have to know how to do in order to call yourself an actual model. I feel like a lot of people say, oh, well, I'm photogenic, I'm pretty, I get good likes,
Yeah, a lot of people
I'm a
call
model.
themselves
You know what I'm
model.
saying? People have asked me to model, so I'm a model. But ultimately, it isn't that. You have to be able to turn on and off. And everybody doesn't have that.
Well, let's get into that. Influencer versus model.
Let's get into it.
Okay.
And content creation.
And
versus
content creation.
Mhm.
Influencer is somebody who gets paid because of the amount of influence that they have.
And everybody can do that.
More times than not, it is either following or engagement, right? I don't have to be able to take pictures to be able to promote your teeth,
That's true.
to be able to promote your sunglasses, to be able to promote your hair. That has to do with the influence I have in real life and or on Instagram.
Right.
I may have people that see me and want to wear what I wear or do what I do. That is an influencer when I'm getting paid to literally influence a product or a service.
And it's been proven.
And it's been proven with numbers, analytics, and sales.
Sales.
Sales. Sales. Put that on promote sales.
But only one person.
Conversion, right?
Exactly.
Conversion, that engagement to sales. That is an influencer. When you can take a lot of engagement and convert it to sales for a company. A model is somebody that can wear or promote whatever a company needs. So you're a mannequin, right? It's not about how much influence you have. You could have 0 followers and be Tyra fucking Banks. Okay, it's about how well can you wear these clothes? How well can you wear this purse? How well can you make someone want to buy this?
The presentation.
The presentation. How well can you do your angles? How well can you really make me or wear this product or wear this service to the point where I want to buy it? Nothing to do with how many people like me. Nothing to do with how many followers I have. Nothing to do with anything. It's all about how I can pose, how I can model. Model, posing, modeling, influencer, sales. A model does not have to sell it herself. The company sells it off of her pictures. If you do not know your angles, if you can't model a trash bag, you are an influencer. If you are a model and you do not get over 1,000 likes, you are not an influencer. You are a model. Boom.
Different values for different categories. That's so true. That was very good insight. 'Cause a lot of people need that breakdown to understand truly, like, because you have people that call themselves influencers who don't have the influence on people.
Right.
And then you have content creators who, content creators who think that they're like modeling or showing the presentation of actually providing good content when really it's like nothing. Like nothing.
I get a lot of people are more influencers than models. Models practice.
Yes.
You are not a model if you do not practice poses in front of the mirror.
Yeah.
You are not a model unless you research models. Tyra Banks, Naomi Campbell, like, right? Influencing is more so how much influence do I have? How much you can gain influence by going out more. You can gain influence by getting a lot of followers, by posting dope shit. That does not mean that you can be on fashion.
And they've been getting a lot of influencers to model on runway right now, and you can tell who's the influencer and who's the actual runway model. Like, what's y'all opinions on that?
I will say, Jada Gibbs.
Jada Gibbs.
As a short influencer.
The walk?
I will give her model.
The walk.
But Jada practices.
She does.
People don't see how much people, like, as a model, if you are not practicing, honey, you're an influencer.
Yeah.
If you take pics in front of your ring light every day, that's not practicing modeling, that's influencing.
Right. If you're good at mirror peaks, most likely influence.
You are a model if you are good at taking pictures without a mirror. Without nobody telling you.
And a camera.
Without a mirror, without a camera, without a selfie. If you can just boom.
Make it work.
At any time.
I am a model, not an influencer.
Exactly.
I did.
Exactly.
He does both.
So speaking of Instagram and social media, what's a fashion trend or like fashion vibe aesthetic that y'all hate on Instagram right now?
Oh, them damn red boots. Them damn red boots. Y'all just like anything, don't y'all? God damn. Where they from? Where they from? Tell me where they from.
They gonna make some knockoffs in the video.
Don't even know where they from. They just, I think.
I don't know what was my. I think that whole clean girl aesthetic.
Oh, the white girl aesthetic?
You're right.
The white girl aesthetic?
As a black person, personally, I think that we are characterized by our flair and the extraness and
it's
all the shit that we
that
decorate
you said
ourselves
that.
with, and y'all just trying to dumb it down like
To seem like you got money.
Right.
To seem like, so
Lori
white
Harvey
people can
puts that shit
feel
on.
like, say it again.
That's because even Lori Harvey puts that shit on. So
Marjorie puts that shit. Michelle Obama puts that shit on. But it's clean girl aesthetic.
Right.
Girl, take that button out.
No, dude.
Put a lash on.
put the 40-inch bust down in, like get the tape in.
Get the flavor. Please, let's get into it.
Let's get into it.
But yeah.
And I don't like how everybody trying to be like Jada Waiter right now.
That's true too.
Cause all y'all not Jada Waiter.
Even Jada tired of being a Jada right now. Y'all being her so much, she tired of being her right now.
That's so true.
Goddamn.
Like inspiration is good, but imitation is where it gets annoying. Like you can be inspired without intent.
And here's how you know it's inspiration. I mean, here's how you know it's copycat. Because none of y'all even thought about doing half these hairstyles till she did them.
Facts.
So let's talk about that. Okay, I'm doing okay.
Yeah. And that's why she's the biggest influencer. Like the way that everyone gets their hair done today is Jada Waiter style.
She has to.
Like the baby hairs, the way that we curl the baby hairs.
The updo, messy updo.
Everything.
Jada Waiter.
Yeah, she's the standard of black beauty right
The standard of black beauty.
now. Y'all can take it how y'all want it.
Take it how you want
It's true.
it.
It's actually true.
It's
People
true.
will hate to admit it,
Yeah.
just off like I don't know if it's jealousy or like they just hate hearing
Because
the same
she's
thing.
a black girl who isn't really extra. Like I said, now we can get into a little colorism. Now, I would say it's easier for lighter skinned women to get praise for doing the bare minimum.
Let's get into it.
So I said for a brown or darker skinned woman, I feel like she should have the opportunity to not have to do the most to get recognition. She could just be Jada and get her recognition. I don't feel like she has to just always be top tier just because she's black. Like, she can be herself, and I feel like others should try that as well.
Now, speaking of the colorism issue, what's your opinions on, both of you, what's y'all's opinions on the colorism between people's, what's the word? How people receive lighter toned people on Instagram besides darker toned African.
It's
Like,
exhausting.
do you think you're
It's exhausting.
And I honestly don't even want to get her on her soapbox with that, but it's honestly exhausting, simply because when you know beauty for real, you know that it comes in all shades. And you can't put a certain look on beauty and just say, hey, this is it. Because, I mean, somebody might walk in with purple skin and be given. So you really can never really just put a gaze on or a cap on what's beautiful. You see what I'm saying? So it's very exhausting growing up dark skinned and knowing that you are beautiful, looking at the magazines in the back of the Ebony every week, okay? seeing that I got these features, my nose, my lips, everything is looking like a model, but I don't get praise in the streets, it's exhausting, it's tiring. I'm trying every day, I'm putting this shit on, I'm trying to be noticed, I'm actively trying to be a good person in these streets, you know, and it seems as though it's not valued because we look a certain way. And when we speak out about it, we get labeled as angry or jealous, when it's not that we're jealous, because we would give credit where it's due. We're just saying we would like credit for ourselves, sometimes at least.
And then also not acknowledging like backhanded compliments. So I feel like for me personally, I always get like, "You're so pretty," then it's like the dark skin compliment. And I hate that so much because it's like, I give a lot more than your favorites. So like, don't even
try to put me in no box. Like, I'm beautiful. Period.
Alright, so they was politically correct about the shit. I'm gonna be what y'all wanna call it, the angry black girl about the shit, because I've been called it so much, I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm trying to say? Here's what it is. It's exhausting, and I'm tired, bitch. I don't get tired. Here's what it is for me. I have understood that our light-skinned counterparts do deal with bullying and their own level of prejudice. A lot of light-skinned women have dealt with over-sexualization, have dealt with ostracization from the black community, have dealt with being called Michael Jackson, like being called things in another respect. And I am not here to break that down. You see, I can identify, I can sit here and identify and articulate the struggles that light-skinned women go through within my community. What I can't fuck with is light-skinned women not being able to articulate and identify the issues that dark-skinned women do. And when we bring it up, it's all of a sudden everybody ain't got shit to say. How come I can identify that you get bullied for being light-skinned, but you can't identify that you call me African booty scratcher? But you can't identify that you call me tar baby. But you can't identify that you call me Sharpie. And for me, as an articulate black woman that sit here and empowers all women, that is why I sit here and stand up for my black woman, my dark-skinned woman, because there is not a lot of people who can, light-skinned women, who can even say out their mouths, I prefer to be light-skinned. I never in my life wanted to be dark-skinned. And or there's some light-skinned women who wanted to be dark-skinned and never out their mouth. I was 27 years old when a light-skinned woman out her mouth told me, I wanted to look like you all my life.
You know what's crazy?
Crazy. And then she was, for me, it was like, and she said, no one's ever told you that?
And
I said, no, you don't hear that.
When we first got cool, we would have conversations about that, and I would just be like, girl, people want to beat you. Like, it's no reason to be upset about it.
Texturism was a big thing because he good black. He got the nice hair. He got the fineness. See, I had nigga names.
That's all.
I had.
I feel that.
No, y'all was good black. Y'all had affluent parents. I came from the gutter. I had boys coming up to me like, ooh.
Coarse hair, the naps in the
No, literally. But then 20 years later, y'all like, oh, black is beautiful. I want to fuck with you. Right?
We love the We love that.
So it's just like, all we want, I think, from our black community is everyone to just be honest and not gaslight us. As a light-skinned woman, you know that niggas liked you all day and nobody liked your dark-skinned best friend. You know that, but don't sit up here.
She's gorgeous, and you don't tell her that she's
and you don't tell her that she's gorgeous. Just talk about it. And it's what, but you know what they say though? Everyone likes you now, but you're gaslighting me. Because you were there when motherfuckers called me African booty scratcher. And I had PTSD because of that. But you want to sit here and act like I shouldn't? Because now, Amara Lenegger is popping.
She's bad. She's perfect.
So they're going out.
And that's really why people don't like her, because she looks too perfect.
And it's crazy how you cannot like someone because you see what you want in that person. Like, that's really amazing.
And we also have to talk about how these black men don't like black women. They still making babies with light-skinned women because it's texturism.
Not even light-skinned.
Colorism versus texturism. Okay, as a dark-skinned woman, I will say out my mouth, I have had feelings against light-skinned women in the past and have treated them different because I did feel jealous and envious because of the way that I felt like they were getting treated better. As I went to therapy and healed myself and have been able to see my light-skinned women as counterparts, as the same as me, I realized sometimes it's mixed people that are the butt of the problem. I'll be honest. A lot of times our men want to have babies who don't have the same issues that their sister went through. Being called nappy-headed, being called tar baby. So unintentionally, You kind of want a woman with not gonna give you kids that's gonna get bullied. So now me and you now get chosen as wives. No matter how good a woman I am, no matter how smart I am, no matter what, no matter how many lashes I have, no matter how gorgeous I am, since I got 4C hair, I'm not seen as a and short.
Like
Come on now. So that's the biggest thing with colorism. It's the way that men look at us. You know what I'm saying? We see how many mixed kids we see with these. Come on,
but look in Hollywood. That's all you see.
Nick Cannon hasn't had one.
Look in the NBA.
Nick Cannon hasn't had one black baby mama. He got 10. Don't got one black one.
All of them are racial.
We can look at Kanye. We can look at Dr. Dre. Rest in peace, Kobe. We can look at Kobe. We can look at Offset. We can look at all these motherfuckers. They're not marrying black, dark skin, having babies. No, literally. Nick Cannon got 10 baby mamas. None of them black. Offset.
And then the one that is black is light skinned.
Offset. Mixed bitch. Who else I got? Kevin Hart. Mixed bitch. Kobe Bryant. Rest in peace. Mixed bitch. Like, we refuse to be John Morant. Mixed bitch. Like, we refuse.
Type of mix, like
they all do. Yeah. Chris Brown, 3 mixed bitches. Literally, we literally refuse to make black babies. Like, literally. But then want our black women to feel so respected and loved.
Right. So y'all just love black women on Instagram.
That's what it
That's
is.
just it.
I'll speak up, but
like, we won't marry you. We're not gonna have a baby by you, but you look cute. Keep doing that, girl.
It's like
only on Instagram.
It's like pity.
But I'm gonna walk past you and you ain't gonna say nothing.
Okay, because I'm gonna tell you, being a top tier woman, beautiful, got my degree, I speak well. Ask how many niggas done told me, I wanna have a baby by you. I got a best friend, light skin, got a degree, we got the same accolades. She gets told every day, I wanna have your babies. Green eyes, nice hair. So
like they're breeding.
It's right.
It's
right. They're literally making babies because they don't want their babies to be bullied for being black.
Or they just don't desire the black spirit.
Right. Their mama was black and they can't stand their mama. Or their daddy was black and they can't stand their daddy. It does. And I just need more people to be honest about it.
Like, it's a problem that you're doing it, but it's like, I'm not mad at you for not choosing me, but it's like you have to acknowledge the problem.
Yeah, like you're sick.
I want to say this. Everybody talk about you're sick. Everybody talks about preference, right? It's a big thing, preference. But I just prefer light skin. The fact, I want everyone to be very clear about this.
It's the why you do it.
If you prefer somebody based upon their skin tone, do you realize, and not the content of the character, to say, well, I just prefer light skin, well, I prefer dark skin. You are just as bad as the people who enslaved black people 400 years ago. For anybody to say, I prefer someone, I just prefer lighter, I prefer darker, or I prefer skinny hoes, or I prefer thick bitches. The fact that you're preferring somebody for an intimate relationship based upon external things is prejudice and anti-black as fuck. I'ma just say, in case y'all didn't know,
Nah, for real.
that's anti-black, bro. I'm not gonna love you.
Weird, as y'all say.
Weird, as y'all say. I'm not fucking with you because of your character, because the content of who you are, because how you make me feel. I prefer you because you light skin, because you dark skin. Y'all sound fucking stupid.
Yeah.
So it's true though.
Like,
it needs to be called out.
It needs to be called out. Well, Chris Brown just prefers light skins. Well, Chris Brown is fucking stupid and hates his own people.
Why?
And I love Chris Brown, but there is a very big thing about him not liking black women.
Other black people is the scariest part for me. Like, yeah, like even with that, I prefer dark skin. Like, why? Or calling people chocolate or things like that. All of that shit is weird to me. Like,
I hate
you mean to tell me like you don't want to get to know me? Like, you just see me and be like, oh, that's it. That's a yes for me. Like, I could be batshit fucking crazy just because I'm tall, dark, and handsome. It's a go. Like, all of that shit is weird. Weird. Let's cancel that.
Because it is true, like, even with women, you do have women say, I want, and this is for like darker toned women, white women, it's always tall, dark, and handsome.
Mm-hmm.
It is the same concept. It's
How
like,
the fuck are you white and tall and dark and handsome? I always try to, because, they were talking about white people when they made their damn phrase. They weren't talking about niggas. They were talking about white people. How are you tall, dark, and handsome? And you white? Mm-hmm. I don't know. We have to
Yeah, go ahead, because I talk about this shit all day. Y'all know. Yeah, Kenice, the curator in this hole. Chocolate Girls Club.
Now this is Women's Month, so speaking of women, what women in the modeling and fashion industry give y'all the most inspiration?
A dut. My girl, a dut. Whew. Sorry, I took.
I gotta think. You're going.
Alright, a dud for sure. Tiana Taylor. What she's been recently doing as a liaison. I don't know if anyone's been watching her. Instead of being a model this year, she's actually been kind of like really getting into fucking with Tom Brown, fucking with Anna Winter. More so being on the communications or rapport side. I fuck with that. Anoyaki, and I say it wrong. She's the second woman to ever, she's the second woman to second black woman to ever open for Prada outside of Naomi Campbell. Definitely love her. Black woman in fashion. Faye Noel, Fenoel. She is a designer. Tia Rayna. How do I say Tia Dola? You know what I'm talking about? Tia Adola. You know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about.
Fine. That's one of my other bitches in fashion. Now you said woman. I want to throw some men up
there. You
can. Is Dion Lee a woman or a man? I don't know. Dion Lee. Love them. They're black. I just know that they're black. Laquan Smith. One of my faves. Ducky Confetti. Another one of my faves. Alton Mason. Another one of my faves. Face of Chanel right now. Black people are doing it in high fashion. Look all of those people up.
Oh. This is a great opportunity to shout out my girl, Rex.
You give me Rex.
I'm gonna be crying on camera.
Like,
I give you Rex for real?
She, God rest her soul. She was honestly one of the most innovative souls we have ever seen in fashion, like, period. And for her to have stormed in such a short time, I feel like it was so iconic.
At Dyke Brax, DYKEBRAX, for those who do not know. The reason why I wore orange, she's the first bitch I ever saw with half black, half orange hair. She the first bitch I ever saw with money in her stripper heels. Girl, don't.
Not like innovation.
Innovation.
Like a true fashion.
Shout out to Brax Tags.
For sure.
Rest in peace. Shout out to her family. Bye, Brooklyn. Shout out to you, sis, because you're carrying her legacy. Carrying.
And chilling.
The Glamour Blueprint. Shane Ashley.
Yeah.
Shane Ashley is another one.
They choose.
These are two young black designers from not even from Atlanta that have been touched Atlanta. That's where I came across them. Clark Atlanta, by the way. There's a lot of young black designers. Jamel Yvonne. Jamel, another black designer. I may be saying this wrong, but look these people up. Kelsey Ashley, Braxton.
She kills. And she's
kills.
Jada's new stylist.
And she was Braxton.
I was so proud of that.
And she was Braxton's
so proud of
first
The
stylist.
girls ain't gonna be able to say nothing now.
Libra season on these hoes.
Like,
the black women are really storming with the high fashion right now. Please get into it, y'all. Please.
Yeah.
Now speaking of fashion, so there's a lot of people trying to pull this whole grunge, edgy vibe. What do y'all think is wrong with what they're doing, of how they're trying to go about it?
They don't know their references.
Know your references.
If you weren't there, or if you didn't research, then you shouldn't try to give it. Just because you saw somebody giving it on TikTok, I feel like you should be inspired by something as far as like childhood. If you want to reference an older aesthetic, something from the past. If you didn't like Avril Lavigne, if you didn't have a skater phase where you wore etnies, or
maybe Forcey aesthetic.
Yeah, like.
And let me be a little more specific, because people say know your references. What does that mean? Okay, so when I like something, when I first got into modeling, I liked Runaway. That's what I first fell in love with. So I literally looked up Prada runway shows, 1998, compared to 2008. I literally looked up Tyra Banks' first modeling gig versus her second modeling runway show. I literally looked at Naomi Campbell. I literally looked up people who were models and were doing what I liked. And what was like Giselle, another one, I looked up her. Adriana Lima, looked up her. I literally was like, let me get into this. Let me research this. And when I saw they were in Mugler's fashion show, they were in something, then I was like, oh, who's Mugler? Let me research that. Okay, that's when we say know your references. If you like something, research it. Okay, I like Adult. Cool. Adult Wikipedia.
What is it that I like about her?
Right, okay, and see who she first modeled for. Oh, she first got her in with maybe Nordstrom. Let me see her first campaign. Let me see her posing. Like, that's when we say know your references. So when I put it on, Deborah Wears Prada is a great example. Y'all remember that scene where she read a little girl down, Meryl Streep read Anne Hathaway down for being like, do you even know this shirt come from XYZ, and that's why you're wearing it? in order for you to really give, people look at me and was like, how can y'all give like that? We know what we're talking about.
Right.
We reference this.
Like,
We're not just out here like, oh.
I never think that my inspiration was Zorro.
Has anybody seen Zorro?
Who
Right.
is Zorro? Look it up.
Right,
Like,
Antonio Banderas. Come on, y'all got to know. And that's why it's not giving the way it may give for a Jada Waiter or Kelsey Ashley
'Cause
or
they
a
don't
Brett.
get it.
We take the time to research what we're wearing, why it got started. Because as a creative, most of the things I do, there was a reason. Oh, I put this belt on my because I really just hated being constricted. Whatever. But research it so you can understand it, so when you're wearing it, you can embody it.
Right.
You also have the people that think so basic with fashion, so when they see certain things, it's like, oh, you can just take that off. Yeah, but you don't think, you're not the creative. So you don't understand what's going on as far as my fashion.
Do research. If you see something, research why they did it, why they use those colors.
Weird.
Because I'm gonna tell you, artists gonna tell you. If you look at the magazine article, if you look at the Wikipedia, if you look on their website, they will tell you. But what's not gonna help you if you just put it on and act like you know what they were talking about.
Yeah, I suppose.
When we say put that shit on, it means I understand the shit that I'm putting on.
Right. When we say giving a give, that means that I know what I'm giving. Like, how can you give
It's
if you don't
deeper
know
than
your
just the
reference?
catchphrase.
It's deeper. Fashion is art. When Avril Lavigne or all them little punk people, Kelly Clarkson, when they were wearing it, when Kelly Clarkson did that video and she had her eyes crying in that video, it's because she was really crying. It wasn't because, oh, I like this makeup.
Yeah.
No, bitch, I want to serve a look, but I'm really crying. And so when I pull inspo from that, that's what I'm pulling from. I'm not pulling from, oh, I love that look. No, I'm pulling from, oh, I could feel her with that look and the makeup. Oh, yeah.
You know what's a good example of that? People forcing people to know their references when white people wear braids. You see what I'm saying? We forced them to know their references. Then we want to talk about, oh, you need to know the history and the Fulani tribe and the Ethiopians, okay? But then y'all want to just randomly put on 2000s core or a Leah core and think that you're giving. Like, you look crazy. It's not given on you because you didn't study. I can tell you didn't read your books.
And that's the difference between a fashion girl and just a bitch on Instagram trying to pull looks.
Getting into girl versus girl.
Okay.
Okay?
Because a girl
not only researches, but then she knows what's good for her because she researched. Like me, I'm a skinny bitch. So I know I'm gonna have to put a corset on. I'm gonna have to put something tight because I've researched other skinny bitches and what they put on. You know what I'm saying? I researched Maya, skinny, one of the best skinny stylists with the fashion. I researched Tiana Taylor. I look up her looks from when she was way skinny and how she transformed to now and how she really looked, used her femininity, her sexuality in cahoots with her tomboy shit.
she very good too.
Coyle Ray is another good one. You can research new people.
Yeah.
I studied Coyle. Like, I fuck with it. If y'all be scared to study hoes or you scared to copy them, you copying them anyway.
Right.
Study them so you can at least have some
Reference.
and some actual intent with your fashion. Your fashion not gonna hit if it don't got no intent.
Just like a research paper, cite your sources.
Like right now, you're giving 2000s.
Yes.
You're giving basically like J-Lo, like Tamia, like even a little bit
It's like those
Alicia Keys.
Savannah type of shade.
You know that it's that
The
gangsta
cut-up shot.
loving, that video, gangsta loving,
Yeah.
with them literally.
Yeah.
So now, but see, she does research. You can tell by the look she gives. She be going back to the magazine. She go
Everything
back to
has
TRL. She go back to the posters.
Everything has intent.
You feel me? Fashion without intent is garbage. I don't care what BBL you got. I don't care what fillers you got. I don't care what name brand you have. Fashion without intent is just not hitting the same way fashion with intent is.
And I feel like it's just not as exciting. Like, one thing about fashion is like you want to gag. Like when somebody walk in, it's like
God.
all of y'all wearing the same shit. It's like I'm not excited no more. So I feel like that's something that needs to be added back to fashion, like that wow factor. And ultimately, that's why I wear spectacles of outfits. You know, all red, all white, big ass chains, and you know, fat ass glasses and things. Like, look at me, hello. Like I took time, I studied to put this shit on. Like it's giving runway Montclair. It's 2022. You know what I'm saying? Like it's giving product. Like I'm putting all this time and effort into
He
this
always
shit.
putting that shit on.
And
Yeah.
that's why I don't step out often, because this shit, it take a lot of time.
It does.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta make sure all this shit put together. Like I made this before I came because I know.
Let's get into the outfit.
Let's get into it.
Because I was given. Oh, I also made this. Like
You made this whole shit.
yeah, like slime is one of my favorite.
You got a
colors.
blazer under the coat. Let's get into that.
Yeah, it's the whole suit because I like suits, but then I like sporty shit.
So you paired it
I
together.
just threw all that shit on. Like honestly, but everybody can't.
Well, like,
You know, everyone's not a Rihanna type because Rihanna, she like you know she can just throw anything on, and people
She brought a
think
plastic bag.
that they can do that, but like the reason that she can is because of the references like we were talking about. But
And you can tell Reno her references by her magazine covers. When she do British Vogue, when she do whatever, and hoes be like, I don't get it, right?
just like her,
Because you don't study.
her
She
Super Bowl
studied.
outfit was a reference. Her Super Bowl outfit was a reference to Andre
Good job.
Leon Talley. So like you know, she's a true fashion girl. Let's give a shout to Rihanna.
Shout out to Rihanna, a true fashion girl,
And she married one of the most beautiful men.
a true fashion nigga.
How fashion?
See, I'm from up
Can
north.
you get?
Okay,
Yeah, like-
everyone be so.
They're a great pair.
Everybody be peed down south about
They're a great
ASAP.
pair.
If you know from up north, you know ASAP is that nigga. He the reason why niggas want to be pretty. He the reason why niggas growing their hair out. He the reason.
Yeah.
They're a great pair.
Yeah.
Great.
They like, oh, why is she in the front? Because it's our time.
Yeah.
Patriarchy has
We
ruled for years. To all the people that's like, oh, she in the front, she's emasculating him. All y'all are anti-feminists. Feminists. Men have been ruling this world for eons.
Right.
It is our time. And the fact that a black man is letting a black woman take the front seat and people got an issue about that,
You're a weirdo.
you're a weirdo. It is black women have been running this shit for centuries. And the fact that a black man wants to give her tints,
Yeah.
her flowers, you gotta talk about something like she in the front, bitch, cause she doing more.
And why would you even have a problem?
Is ASAP a billionaire?
Not yet.
Not yet. So he said, my bitch can get in the front because I respect her. It's not about emasculating me. It's about me being able to uplift my woman and understanding that it does not emasculate me as a man.
Right.
So for all them think pieces that's been like, it's so weird having in the front. I know y'all patriarchal, misogynistic ass motherfuckers ain't used to a woman being in the front.
Right.
But when I have the accolades, the intelligence, the skill, and the personality and morality to be thus far in the front,
It is your privilege.
it is my privilege.
Yeah.
And for a man to raise me up in that privilege is the most black empowerment thing I've ever seen. If you want to keep it a stack.
That's another.
Shout out to ASAP Rocky.
That is
Yeah.
another issue because you have a lot of men who don't want women to be more dominant than them or more masculine or whatever. And it's like, it's not even,
I mean,
it wouldn't be dominance if you would just be a
well,
like,
first of all, women are just naturally better. They look better. Y'all have beautiful hair. Y'all get to wear lashes. Y'all have nails. Like you hella decorated. I gotta put on all these damn clothes to look good. Y'all just be looking pretty as hell just as is. And I feel like a real man truly knows how to lead from the back. You shouldn't be intimidated by a
you
woman.
have to be in the front all the time.
Yeah, like you all like that's giving short man syndrome without the shortness.
And let's chat about it. The niggas that have to lead in the front, if you really value your woman and her intellect and her skill, why would you want her in the back?
That's weird.
I'm just saying,
She wanna
if you value her for being so smart and so
Especially
intelligent,
when you know
why would you
that
put her in the
she
back?
has been marginalized, the most marginalized and unprotected people in the world, black women. Why would you have an issue with that?
And if anything, it's actually so masculine of him to put her in the front.
Yeah.
Like, let me lift up my woman. Let me show the world
That's
how
very
fly
attractive.
she is.
That's very
And to see black woman tearing this black man down for uplifting his black woman is giving projection. It's giving your nigga don't want to uplift you
It's
for
triggering.
your accolades, and it's triggering.
Yeah.
I want to say right now, if your black man has any issue with putting you in the forefront, he's a bitch.
A whole bitch.
And if you as a black woman have an issue with any black man putting his woman
Drop.
up in the forefront,
Kick 'em.
you may like women. You may not need a nigga.
And you are part of the problem.
And you're part of the problem. Let our black men up. Were we not single mothers?
Right.
Did we not raise this nation? But I'm about to sit here and be mad that he putting her to the front.
Literally.
I got a black man as my little brother. And I'll be damned if he don't put my mother on a motherfucking pedestal. I'll be damned if he go before her. The woman that did everything for you, you gonna go before her?
It's the reason why women walk through the door first.
Find somebody else to do it.
It's the, what you just said?
It's the the reason why women walk through the door first before men.
So all I have to say is for the woman that got an issue with A$AP Rocky acting like he behind Rihanna, get your pussy up and get you a real man.
Well, learn what a real man means.
Learn what a real man and stop being.
And that's why I'm so glad, like, even my dad.
He said it, not me.
Even my
lot.
dad, like,
Why are you perpetuating?
he's the same way, like, he puts us, like, before him in everything. Anytime we're walking, you go first. Or, like, this, my daughter, like, they'll praise him for something. No, my daughter doing this. He's such a, my daughter's doing that. And I love that, but it's like.
And look at what it makes you as a woman. You're so confident. You're so beautiful.
And that needs to happen more. Like, I definitely can tell between me and like some of my other friends, or like even peers who I'm not friends with. You definitely can tell the difference between me and like some of my other peers, even people I don't know for real, of who gave them the or if they have the confidence and they know the difference of what's supposed to be going on between not knowing. Because my dad, like me and my sister, even my brother, like me and my sister in particular, he's always praising what we do. He always like puts us before him. He's such a put everyone before him type of person. Me, my mom, my sister, anything that goes on, anything we accomplish, they'll praise him for like something he does at work or like something he does outside of work. But he gonna always stop that and be like, no, this is what my daughter doing. My daughter doing.
See, I wasn't raised like that. I didn't have a dad at all. I didn't know my dad until I was 12 years old, and he had a wife and a whole other kid. So I didn't have a dad growing up. So, and when I met Will, he like, you this fire-ass woman. Why don't you
had a friend to do that?
But literally, he's like, why don't you feel secure? Why are you insecure? I'm like, nobody ever in my life told me that I was not a man.
That's right.
No man ever in my life told me that I was five. No man ever in my life did that shit. So when I met people like him and they're like, no, you five. I'm like, wait, for real?
That's why, like, I would say that I'm known for like my fixed work with my creative direction, and I highlighted black women, particularly darker women, in that manner because I feel like they don't have male or positive reinforcement to validate them. So I would like to basically show these women how I see them, you know. So that was really the basis of our relationship when I first met her. I'm like, girl, I'm gonna show you who you are. Like, hello, look in the mirror, let's just get all of this.
He was like, you a bad bitch, you need nails, you need lashes. I'm like, no, I don't. I'm a smart girl. I'm not a bad bitch. I'm smart. That's what no one's ever validated me for being pretty. I'm a dark-skinned girl, I'm short, I got 4C hair, I'm smart. Like, it was all about that growing up. So to hear this black man be like, and he's platonic. We've never platonic. And so to hear him be like, no, you're fine, you're beautiful, you're better than these hoes. I'm like, and for the first year we would argue. I was like, no, and he was like, no, be in it. And I'll be crying. Like, I don't feel that. You're trying to put this, I don't feel beautiful. I don't feel like a bad bitch. I don't feel like I'm that. No one's ever told me I was this.
Right.
And everybody around me is like,
and that's so good that you had a friend to do it. More people need to stick up the same way you do.
Yeah.
I tell everybody, when Will met me, he was so adamant about lifting me up as a black woman.
And she changed into a bad bitch so quick, they thought I'd be about to whoop their ass.
They thought he was a motherfucking warlock.
For real.
But it's like when you have, like with your dad, when you have someone believing in you, a man in a genuine way, not in a predatory way, it really does help.
Shit from you, but you being successful and being happy about who you are.
It helps us so much. And I tell other black men, just be there for your black woman, compliment them, uplift them. It's so many black women don't have a man growing up with them telling them, you fine, you the shit. So for me, even though I am fine, I'm the shit. I didn't even know it. So when I'm dealing with men, I'm literally accepting the bare minimum because no one told me I could accept more. That's a learn. That's a taught thing. You don't come out the womb like I deserve everything.
Man,
no.
That gives a whole new definition to see more, be more. You see what I'm saying? Because when you see yourself in a more or in a better position or a higher vibration, then you can be more.
But if you never see it, so many people judge and criticize our black woman. Like, why don't she do more? She's so pretty. Why is she working at CVS? Why don't she be a model? And it's just like, if she's never been ever given the opportunity to see herself as more,
how does she know?
And I'm a legitimate product of that. People see me now and be like, oh, you so lit, Kenice. You should have saw me 5 years ago when I thought I was a tomboy. When I didn't wear lashes, didn't wear nails, didn't wear makeup, had a bald cut, literally wore camo fucking pants. You met, girl, come on now, answer.
I was gonna say.
Y'all know?
I said burn
Y'all
it.
were
I
there.
said burn it out.
I was not giving this because nobody saw me. When I had somebody see me, it was like, okay, try nails, try lashes.
Everybody got mad. That was like, I've been trying to tell you for years to do it. It was like,
I needed a
It's the way
man.
you do
you
it.
were
And I
coming from a
needed a
space
man.
of judgment. You weren't really or a space of jealousy. You weren't really coming from a space of you.
It was like a side comment.
Because now that I'm being better, you have an issue with it. You calling me on it. You saying that it's weird. So yeah.
And coming from a man, it hits so much more. Like I said, when you don't have, when you're in a lack, I wasn't in a lack of feminine energy. I had my mother. I was in a lack of masculine energy. So even though I heard all my friends say it, hearing a man say it, even my homeboy. And that's why I encourage all my black men. Encourage your sisters.
Because you have some people that be like, you just want male approval. No, it's not wanting male approval. That's why there's mothers and fathers. You need something from both aspects.
We can't articulate that. We've had a nation of single mothers with no fathers. But then at the same breath say, well, we don't need, you want attention from men. Okay, no, I just wasn't raised with any men around me. So maybe I just need any kind of male interaction.
Right.
That's not me seeking attention.
It all comes with like growing up and maturing and living. That's why, like I said, that's why you have males and females, mothers and fathers. You learn from both aspects. You're supposed to receive lessons and life lessons and just encouragement in general from both aspects. So when you're lacking one aspect, it does carry on when you get older.
Yeah.
And if it comes from a peer versus a father, who the fuck cares? My dad was not there. But I always say I've been blessed to have real men in my adult life. When I got to college, shout out to Wesley, shout out to Shaq, shout out to Austin, shout out to Will Banks. I've had a lot of real men in my adult life that have literally single-handedly helped me feel confident as a woman. And it's like, fuck you for saying that I need validation or whatever. At the end of the day, our people have a deficit. Black women are not being raised by black men that love them all the time. So with that knowledge, how can we sit here and say you're looking for validation? Maybe I was looking for the shit that maybe you got.
And you
Jesus Christ!
Right. It's a
Right. And instead of judging and criticizing our black women for getting the things that they need, how about you just put your big boy pants on and maybe be a part of it? And help. So many black men like, these girls are so annoying. They hoes. They want so much. Maybe they want so much because they were given nothing. You ever think about that? That maybe this young black girl want flowers and you to trick her out, all of that, because she's never had any man give her anything. No, and they never had a black man give her anything.
And maybe you don't prioritize helping black women because you have a lack of male attention in your life as well.
You go by the example that you
But we're not on the Yama, so look, we always getting off topic.
Because in reality, a lot of black men really have so many feels about black women because of their moms. Have so many feels, and my thing is, I'm not your mother. So why are you giving me this energy? Because you haven't healed from the okay.
Yep.
Back to fashion.
Alright guys, so we're gonna wrap this up with our last question for the both of them. If y'all
Gang.
We best friends in real life, y'all. Y'all can't tell.
it's always in real life.
In real life.
People be faking.
But
Ain't no YouTube friendship over here.
Give me one example. If y'all can give anybody one fashion tip to carry on with the rest of their life, what would it be? It could be a range of anything.
Learn your cuts of pants. There's straight cut, boot cut. Learn your cut of pants and play with it. Learn your cut of shirts, V-neck, scoop neck, learn the cuts, the different types of clothing and what looks best for your body. If you have more bigger boobs and a smaller ass, you may be good with some corset stuff that'll fill you out. If you got more ass and no boobs, you may be better with bodysuits or rompers or bigger shit at the top. Like, I really want people to personalize their fashion and their style to their body types, to the shit they have in their closet. I have a lot of high tops and mid tops. So I have a lot of shoes that go over those. I don't have pants that go over those. The flare outs, the split hems, I have a lot of those. I don't have a lot of scrunch because I know the kind of shoes that I like. right? So my advice would be get into the different cuts and types of clothing so you can know how to properly look exactly how the fuck you want to look versus watching other bitches and seeing what they do. That girl don't got your body type. Jade is 5'1" with a BBL.
Right.
You're 5'9" with no ass and no titties. You cannot wear what she's wearing.
Right.
So learn your cuts. Learn the shit. When you on Fashion Nova and it say split hem pant and you love that pant, look up that pant more often. When you on Pretty Little Thing and it say V-neck this or look that up more often and get that. That's actually a life hack. I really gave y'all some tea. I'm just
No, for real. I would say, please learn how to accessorize. Accessorizing can really just make or break every outfit that you have. And this is ultimately why most of y'all outfits don't give, because y'all don't know what accessories go with different aesthetics. You don't know your references, so you don't know what time periods wore different earrings. You might be trying to wear, like, that would be like her wearing them earrings, 1990s, late 80s, with them type of glasses. Like, it don't go. Like, it's not the same
she
thing.
should wear regular hoops.
Regular hoops, diamond hoops, like, know what time period.
It always ties. French tips, 2000 style glasses.
Everything comes from, so you can accessorize accordingly. And really, you can be plain. If you have nice jewelry, nice bag, nice shoes, a belt, it'll just spice up your life. A lot of y'all be real boring. The reason why y'all look like the model on the Fashion Nova site is because you don't accessorize. You don't have
Scrunchies,
something like y'all
bracelets, rings,
bland, just so bland.
Even her scrunchie is orange to match. She has on.
Like all the
rings,
time. Like decorate yourself, please.
necklace. I could have easily had this whole inside. I put that whole outside.
Learn life, people.
That was great insight. You guys provided everything that the people need.
And I want to just say I'm so proud of Jemiah.
Nah, for real.
Literally,
Yeah.
started off as really a student model.
Yeah.
Literally just flourishing
Well,
as an
let's give
entrepreneur.
them the tea. Like, okay, so she was over tea.
Oh shit, yes. This is one of my first models. I was a little bit of a mentor, and just seeing her just blossom. Like when I think about our first shoot at Directed by Skin shit with the fabric, you was scared. Everybody was scared of you. And now look at her. She interviewed me. She ain't scared at all. No, real talk. I just really want to say shout out to entrepreneurs and creatives doing a thing. Like I love what you're doing. I love that you're giving light to other creatives. I love that you're really stepping out of your comfort zone because you were modeling and other stuff.
And
So
you were a pioneer at it as well. Now you're pioneering this whole.
Not
pioneer. For sure. I mean, you want to original sad girl, so don't let mom find out. Like you just, you killing it. And
So yes.
we love to see
so
it.
proud of you. So proud of you. So happy to be here. So happy to be here. Sincerely.
Oh my god, thank you guys here.
I like the name The Posted World, but I think it's just the world.
The world.
Period.
Yeah. GWORL, yeah,
Y'all be acting like y'all don't know how to say it.
The world.
The world. Y'all know how to say it.
This one say it behind the camera.
Word.
Accessory.
All right,
That's
y'all. Even without the glasses.
Still good. Hair is an accessory as well.
All right, y'all. This wraps up episode 4. It's a great kickoff to our Women's Month. So stay tuned to episode 5 coming real soon.